Welcome to The Real Thing, Tia Carrere. How you going?
I'm very well. Aloha.
Aloha to you too. Well, we know you best. Does it sound all right with the Aussie accent? Aloha?
It sounds different, and that's why I giggled, but it's cute.
Cool. Well, we know you best in Australia from films like Wayne's World and True Lies, and of course, Relic Hunter was really popular down here. But you're also a Grammy Award-winning recording artist, which we're going to talk about. When did you first think, this is what I want to do, I want to be a performer?
Oh, geez Louise. I mean, coming from Honolulu, Hawaii, which in the grand scheme of things, and we've seen with recent events, I mean, it's really just a pebble in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So, I mean, I entered talent contests in junior high and high school, but never dreamed, in my wildest dreams that I would be doing what I do right now, It's kind of cool. Sometimes I have to just stop and pinch myself. Ow! There you go. Pinch myself.
You've done the whole gamut. You've done action, comedy, drama. You're badass in True Lies. What's your favorite kind of role to play?
I must say that I enjoy playing the bad guy. I mean, it's all fine and good being the leading lady and sweet and nice, but being saved by the hero isn't nearly as fun as being the villainess. That's for sure.
And you got to fire a few guns and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's mostly just about being so, I don't know, arch and so, snide, and I don't know, it's kind of fun being evil, because in real life you have to be so polite and nice.
Absolutely.
But when you're playing the villain, you can be badass and just say exactly what you think.
Do you have a favorite role or movie you've done in particular?
I loved the role in True Lies. That was so much fun, because I got to be a villain, and because Jim Cameron's just, an awesome director to work with. He was, it's like, I was, fifth banana, on the totem pole, but he was so, open to whatever my suggestions were for the character, and, he would, stop and play it back for me and say, hey, how do you feel about this, or anything you want to do differently? And I thought, oh my gosh, he's like this huge director, and he's giving me the respect of, an artist, and asking for my input on a character. And I was so overwhelmed with that, and it made me want to do better. And right down to, recording the dialogue.
Wow.
It's you can sweeten the role even into the recording of the dialogue after you've already filmed every part of it.
It's such a like you said, it's such a deep ensemble of a movie. Do you think that's why it works so well? Just everyone.
Yeah, I absolutely think. I mean, the director is, pardon the pun, the leader of the ship. The captain of the ship. Even if that ship is a Titanic. Wah, wah, wah. But he assembles the crew of people, and he chooses, the right people to play the right roles, and then he makes everybody feel so inspired by his hard work, and also by his inclusion of okay, hey, you're invited to the table. Tell me what you think, and make you feel comfortable enough to open up and stick your neck out there and do something above and beyond. And that's what I felt in that movie.
Well, when I told people I was doing this interview with you, the film that got mentioned the most was actually Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, really?
Why do you think that film's touched so many people?
Because we all feel like aliens at some point in time. Feel like we're somewhere out there, lost in the woods, looking for home. I think that resonated with a lot of people.
You kind of added another notch to your belt with a bit of improv on Curb Your Enthusiasm. How did you take to that?
Oh, yes. That was really a strange feeling, coming to the set, being hired for a part, and you don't even know what your part is, and you don't even know what your relationship is to the other people on the show, not even knowing the setup until you walk on set, and here's your desk, here's your office, you work for him, and every time he comes out of the bathroom, you take note. Like, okay. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I told my brother I was interviewing you, and the first thing he said was cha-cha, so I think you own that part.
Cha-cha.
Cha-cha.
It's a funny story. Cha-cha is the name of Larry David's daughter's horse trainer. I know, kind of random, but yeah, it's her horse trainer.
Cool.
Very fancy.
Your music's also really cool. I'm going to play a few songs today. You've won a Grammy. How was it to win a Grammy for your music after being an actor? Was that kind of satisfying?
Well, what's crazy is it's my second.
Wow.
That was my second. I won one 2 years ago. And it was really that I started making these records with my friend, Daniel Ho, that I've known since I was 14 years old. And actually, I think if you go to my Facebook or my website, there's a picture of a trophy that he and I won when we were in high school, when we were teenagers. And he's holding that one, and I'm holding the Grammy in my hands. And it's so crazy to see them side by side, and to think that we're still friends and we're making music, and instead of winning like the little tin brown bags to stardom, trophy, we're winning Grammys. It's unbelievable.
It's pretty satisfying.
Fantastic. Very gratifying.
Tell us about your working relationship with Daniel Ho. How do you guys kind of collaborate?
Well, he really appreciates my contribution to how I interpret songs and how I, when we're performing it live, and all of that, what I bring to it, and I really am in awe of his musicianship. I mean, he's been a musical genius since we were teenagers. Literally, when we used to perform for the jazz orchestra, he did the charts for the entire orchestra at 15 years of age.
That's talent.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I went to the all-girls Catholic school up the street, and he went to the all-boys Catholic school down the street, and we met in the middle with music.
How do your Aussie fans find your music? Is iTunes the best place to go?
Well, I wonder if it might be confusing to some, because my music is Hawaiian music, and it's very chill. It's very islandy. So if you're in that kind of vibe, like, hey, everything's Irie, man, then you'll be digging my music. But if you think it's like Wayne's World music, then you got another thing coming.
What was the motivation for the style change?
Well, I've always been, I never sang Wayne's World type of music. I had a very hard time performing those songs, and I lost my voice, had laryngitis a couple times during that. I have never been much of a, screamer, it's very hard on the voice. And I just like singing really chill, vibey, Sade type of music. And actually that's probably going to be my next move after this, is to do something in English language that people can, sort of respond to. And I think as beautiful as the music is, sometimes, people just kind of tune out if they don't understand what you're saying. So, taking this a step forward, like we would create the music sonically the same realm of what we've been doing so far, but then add, English language and some other, jazzy aspects, and I don't know, maybe a DJ beat, underneath it. We'll have to see.
Oh, nice. I've got a few fan questions, if that's all right. A few people have written in, wanted to know a few things. Sean Palmer asked, he said you were going to come to Armageddon last year in Melbourne, but you couldn't make it. Do you have any plans to come back to Australia?
Yes, I'm coming to Melbourne October 22nd and 23rd, I think it is, that weekend. So that should be fun. I was invited to July 4th to Cannes, but I don't know if I can swing that. Awesome. My friend Daniel Ho is going to be coming down there for an ukulele festival.
Oh, nice.
On 4th of July.
Do you have any plans to do any shows here with the music?
When I'm down there in October, I'm going down there for, it's like a autograph kind of meet the fans kind of situation. So that's why I'm coming down there, and probably some vacation.
Awesome, nice. Josh wanted to know, if Lilo and Stitch was a live action movie, who do you think should play Stitch?
Who should play Stitch? Zach Galifianakis.
It would either be
or big movie star, and I can't think of him. And he's like School of Rock, the lead guy in School of Rock.
That was my first choice as well, Jack Black.
Jack Black, that's his name. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot his name right off. Sometimes your brain doesn't work. Yeah, so Jack Black or Zach Galifianakis.
And Corey wanted to know, next year, I can't believe this when I realised this last night. Next year is the 20th anniversary of Wayne's World. Do you think there'll be any kind of special celebration?
Next year is the 20th?
Yeah, 1992 it was.
the craziest thing that I've
I
heard
know.
of recent history.
I couldn't believe it either.
Next year, 2012, is the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like really old now. Thanks.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, well, I was a fetus when I did the film, okay? They really made me look older. They tarted me up. I was really a child. I was like John Bonet in that movie.
But it stood the test of time, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do anything for it? Any celebrations? Any reunions?
I guess I'd have to find out from from Mike, what's going on. But I guess, with Wayne's World being on SNL last month for the first time in many years, they must be ramping up for something. I think that'd be really awesome if we could come back and do it again, and I could be, a Grammy Award-winning singer that's, doing Hawaiian music, and it would be so at odds with what, they'd probably make fun of me or whatever, but it'll still sound awesome.
Awesome.
But, I think that would be very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those movies that stood the test. I remember seeing it at the cinemas when I don't want to show my age either, but it was just an awesome film. It was so big in Australia.
See, look now you're hiding behind the number. Now I see how it is.
Considering we don't even have Saturday Night Live here, it kind of came out of nowhere and it was just huge, so it'd be great to see you guys get back together or something.
Yeah, it'd be very cool. So, I guess I'll have to check into that. I'll have to reach out and see if they're up for it.
I've mentioned all your accomplishments, movies, music. You've done Dancing with the Stars, which is awesome.
Dancing with the Stars, holy cow.
That
was insane. That was insane with a 5-week-old baby. That was insane.
Because we've got our own version down here, so we didn't get the American one. How did you go?
Wait, you got the American one down there?
No, we've got our own version of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, so you never saw it?
No, we missed out. I've seen a few clips on YouTube. I saw when you kind of...
It's on YouTube. The only thing that you need to see is my tango on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll watch
because
that
incidentally, the same song from the tango I did with Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies. They used the same song, which is kind of cute.
How did you find the whole Dancing with the Stars experience?
Painful, depressing. It was hard because I was had this new baby, and exhausted because I was waking up every 2 hours with her. So I was extremely sleep deprived, and it's hard to memorize dance moves and make your body work like that under normal circumstances. But when you've just had a child, after waddling around for 9 months with child, I mean, really, it was punishing. It was insane. I can't believe I did it.
Well, if you want to do it again in October...
I feel like Superwoman.
If you want to do it again in October, I'm sure we can get you on the Aussie version.
That would be hilarious. I could do that now. That would be fun. That might be fun. Go down to Australia and do it down there. Awesome. Yeah, that might be kind of fun.
I'll put the feels out
Tell them to reach out to me. You know my manager's number now, so call us.
All right. I'll take care of it. Well, I finish every interview with this question. What's the weirdest thing or experience that's ever happened with a fan?
Oh, this guy came up to me at one of these, fan meet and greets, and he said, "Oh, can you sign my arm? I'm going to tattoo it on tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?" He said, No, come on, please. So I signed his arm, and the next day he came back with a bandage on it. He had it tattooed on. That was crazy.
That's a real fan, I guess.
That was something else. I felt bad for scoring his body.
what part of your career was he a fan of? Was he a Wayne's World fan or a Rally Cantar?
Yeah, he was a rocker guy.
Cool. It takes all types, I guess.
Surprising.
Well, I want to thank you for talking to me today. Your music's awesome. I'm gonna attempt right now to pronounce the name of your album. It's Huana Ke Aloha. Is that right?
Yeah, Huana Ke Aloha. Aloha overflows.
Oh, beautiful. And I was listening to it last night. Like you said, it's very chill. But
You play the first one? The first song is my favorite.
Yeah, I was getting into it. I'll play that for sure. I thought it was awesome.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I really love what Daniel did with it musically, and the vocal on it is so sweet. It's it would be great to play that with an orchestra, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll take you out with that song, and I'll say thanks for joining us on The Real Thing, Tia Carrere.
Thanks so much. Aloha.